Ash LeBron James, and here he goes.
We've got certain guys, veteran status in our game, that are on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore that like to deflect and point fingers at others. Here's a 22-year-old saying, this is on me. It's my fault.
Yeah, and obviously he did not mention LeBron. And when he said veteran, of course, it's like, okay.
Mount Rushmore, there it is.
Yeah.
No.
Once he said Mount Rushmore, it was over. It was like, oh, wow.
Reggie Miller has finally broken HAS silence and is not holding back. After years of hearing subtle jibs at HAS legacy from LeBron James and Kevin Durant, the Indiana Pacers icon has hit an off. What began as seemingly harmless debates over scoring records has escalated into a full-blown war of words, with the basketball world now firmly divided. LeBron and Durant may have believed that they could take light shots at one of the most clutch performers in NBA history without consequence, but Miller has forcefully reminded everyone WHYHAS name still commands respect. This is the same sharpshooter who tormented the Chicago Bulls led by Michael Jordan and spent a decade dismantling the New York Knicks in dramatic playoff fashion. Now the gloves are off, the exchanges are heating up, and Miller's latest interview has reportedly left both superstars defending their words. This fight is about more than stats, it is about respect, legacy, and whether today's stars have the standing to diminish the legends who paved the way.
LeBron said he would vote for himself.
I love that.
I mean, and he should.
What is he supposed? You ask him a question,
but you want a guy who has confidence in. There's no fake humility there, and he's put up his best numbers at 34, 35?
15. Is it 14 or 15? Is this his 14th year? 14th year, and he's putting up these numbers in the association, playing 36 minutes a game. I mean, I could almost barely move in my 14th.
Let's set the stage properly. Reggie Miller is a Hall of Famer, a five-time All-Star, and widely regarded as one of the greatest three-point shooters in NBA history. The man who scored 8 points in 9 seconds and silenced Madison Square Garden while Spike Lee watched in disbelief courtside. He isn't just a great shooter, he was ruthless in clutch moments. When the game was on the line, you wanted the ball in HAS hands. But over time, the narrative began to shift. As the league evolved and analytics reshaped how the game is played, some modern stars started looking back at players from the 90s and early 2000s with a subtle sense of superiority as if rule changes, increased three-point volume, and pace automatically made previous years inferior. That's where the tension started. In late 2024, during a podcast appearance, LeBron James was asked to name the greatest shooters ever. He listed names like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Damian Lillard. When Miller's name came up, LeBron reportedly smirked and suggested that while Reggie was nice for HAS time, he might struggle in today's defensive schemes. The comment didn't immediately explode online, but it didn't go unnoticed, it especially by Miller, who, according to those close to him, was frustrated by the implication that he was merely a product of HAS era. This was a player who forced opposing coaches to redesign entire defensive strategies just to contain him. In early January 2025, Kevin Durant added fuel to the fire during a discussion about clutch playoff performances. When Miller's name surfaced, Durant reportedly pointed to HAS career average of 18 points per game and remarked that in today's NBA, that might be considered role player production, adding, no disrespect. The qualifier did little to soften the blow. Social media erupted. Fans debated Miller's place among the ultimate greats. Younger audiences who never saw him dominate began questioning HAS standing, while long-time supporters pushed back fiercely. And as the conversation intensified, it seemed the modern superstars weren't exactly eager to quiet the storm.
Current players Mount Rushmore, so
you just assume it's LeBron?
Well, who else is it going to be? It could
could
only
be
be KD or Steph. Those are the only possible guys who could be on the current Mount Rushmore.
It's more so.
But you gave Ant-Man credit, which I'm fine with. You just brought in another portion when you said the current Mount Rushmore.
Well, I've seen a lot of guys.
Things turned ugly. In mid-January, LeBron James never want to miss a moment posted an Instagram graphic comparing HAS career numbers to several Hall of Famers, including Reggie Miller. The image highlighted LeBron's advantages across nearly every statistical category: points, rebounds, assists, with the caption, different levels to this game. Subtle? Not really. Effective at stirring the pot? Absolutely. Soon after, Kevin Durant added fuel to the fire on X, formerly Twitter. When a fan claimed Miller would easily drop 40 points in today's NBA, Durant tweeted the post, responding that modern defenses were too smart and that Miller would get shamed out, finishing with a laughing emoji. A laughing emoji directed at a Hall of Famer. At that point, the tone shifted from playful debate to something that felt personal. NBA Twitter erupted into chaos. Supporters of LeBron and Durant argued that today's game is faster, more skilled, and more competitive than ever. They pointed to advanced defensive schemes, the evolution of the three-point shot, and the athleticism of modern players, claiming Miller simply wouldn't keep pace in 2025. On the other side, Team Reggie came out swinging. Fans circulated playoff highlights of Miller dismantling defenders on the biggest stages. They reminded everyone that he thrived in an era when unchecking was legal and physical defense was the norm. Their argument was simple: if anything, Miller would be even more literal today, benefiting from the spacing and freedom of movement that modern shooters enjoy. Through it all, Miller stayed silent. While LeBron and Durant kept nudging the conversation, he refused to engage publicly. But other legends began stepping in. Shaquille O'Neal posted a cryptic message about younger stars forgetting who paved the way. Charles Barkley went further, saying on national television that LeBron and Durant needed to show more respect and that greatness shouldn't come at the expense of tearing down previous generations. The pressure kept building. The basketball world waited to see whether Miller would take the high road or finally respond. He didn't let it slide.